Yes, we're all seekers, all of us looking for a way forward. Testimonies are a great way to hear how other people have found their way. And that's why on Amazon, I love, maybe you do too, to read the testimonies, sometimes called reviews, about what other people have found helps them in life. It's so useful to see what other people have experienced and how they've dealt with the problems that they are faced with, and that honestly, I am sometimes as well. But sometimes there are certain things that probably you shouldn't buy online. And in that case, our faith brings us out of our houses and somewhere even farther away from home. This religious site is part of an international, yea, Catholic network of religious communities. The architecture of the building has a recognizable code that makes people feel at home in any city. As they enter into the space, a large glass atrium greets them, and they're dazzled by the light and steel. This area is intended for receiving and orienting and channeling new seekers. Indeed, the seeker is met with a kind of worship aid. This gives the novice an orientation to the location of various spiritual offerings and provides direction into the labyrinth that organizes and channels the ritual observance of the pilgrims. The design of the interior is inviting to an almost excessive degree, sucking us into the enclosed interior spaces with windows on the ceiling, open to the sky, but not to the surrounding automobiles. This conveys a sense of vertical and transcendent openness, but at the same time shuts off the clamor and distractions of the horizontal, mundane world. Pilgrims are invited to lose themselves in the space, which channels them into a labyrinth of octagons, engaging them in a wandering that is an escape from the driven ways we inhabit the outside world. Here, we escape from the mundane ticking and counting of clock time. With only atrium windows, it almost seems as if the sun stands still in here. We lose consciousness of time passing, and so engage deeply in the rituals for which we've come. The worship is very much governed by a kind of liturgical festival calendar, an unending litany of holidays and festivals, to which new ones are regularly added, since the establishment of each new festival translates into greater numbers of pilgrims joining the processions to the sanctuary. Alongside the winding labyrinth for contemplation are innumerable chapels devoted to various saints. We are struck by the rich iconography in both 2 and 3 dimensions, offering concrete images of the good life. Here again, we need to appreciate the Catholicity of this iconography. Similar icons of the good life can be found on the internet and around the world. And so we enter, cautiously, curiously, making our ways into the mysteries of a chapel, having a vague sense of need, but unsure how it will be fulfilled. We are open to surprise at that moment when the Spirit leads us to an experience. We are expectant, knowing that what we need must be here. The chapel pastor sometimes senses our need for greater knowledge and understanding of what really is possible in the worship experience. In as much time as he has, he gets to know us, our giftings and our needs in life, and makes suggestions for relics that could lead us to a better life. Or perhaps you choose to put your trust in education, where professors dispense truth, take you through rigorous spiritual practices that will make you a person who, according to the faith, is officially worthwhile. Maybe you commune in a local establishment where the priest knows your name.
Good morning, Michael. The usual? All right, we'll bring it right out to you.
Dispenses life-giving liquids and practically guarantees fellowship. Or perhaps you put your faith in sports, believing that calling out to the saints, dressing up like the saints, or just dressing up for the saints will have some kind of impact on their lives and encourage them and spur them on to good deeds in the faith.